Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Know Your GM. Today is the birthday of Indian star SL Narayanan, who is a very talented young grandmaster from Kerala, and he has had an epic journey so far, and he has won so many accolades and so many achievements so far in his nascent career. And let us know more about him in this video. So SL Narayanan is a very strong player. He recently also broke the 2600 barrier and is one of the fiercest known opponents in the chess world. And especially in India, he is very well known for his opening repertoire and also his unique style, his universal style. He can be a positional player one day, but he can have the fiercest attacking game on the other day. So a very interesting personality. So let's know a lot more about him. So firstly, he's very well known as SL, but his actual name is Narayanan, and Sunil Dutt Laina Narayanan is his full name, but we affectionately call him SL. Sunil Dutt is his dad name, whereas Laina is his mom's name. So let us know more about him. So as you can see, SL was born in 1998, and then he became an international master in the year 2014. He followed that up by winning the Grandmaster title in 2016, and he didn't stop there, and he kept on going. And in the same year, he won the World Junior Bronze Medalist in Orissa, that happened in Bhubaneswar on Indian soil. So that was a pretty awesome achievement by him on Indian soil. And then later in 2019, SL Narayan won the chess.com title Tuesday in January. And mind you, this was a record back then. Now we have plenty more players, but back then it was a record with 388 players playing. And guess whom he defeated in that? He defeated Wesley So and Hikaru Nakamura in successive games. I have never come across a fact like this. So if you know something like this, a fact, cool fact like this, please let me know in the comments. But defeating two of the world's best stars in successive games to win the event was something amazing done by SL, and he is one of the very few players. In fact, only a couple of Indian players have won the title Tuesday on chess.com, which has been happening from 2016. So Vidit won it jointly, and SL has also won it. So big kudos and unique factor. And if you want to follow SL more on chess.com, his name is Indian Lad. As you have seen, he's always at the top of the leaderboard. We link all his Twitters, social media handles, and the chess.com username in the description box. So feel free to check him out and do follow him as well. And then in 2019 was a unique breakout year for SL, where he qualified for the Chess World Cup in 2019 in Khanty-Mansiysk, Russia as well. Sadly, he went out in the first round while losing to David Anton in the tiebreaks, but that was an excellent experience in September 2019 for him, as he later won the El Brogat Chess Open in Barcelona, Spain, where he won a whopping, that was his biggest win of the career, and he won a whopping 280,000 rupees, that is three and a half thousand euros, by finishing first in that event. And he that's just 2019, I think, was the year where he bursted out on the international chess scene. And moving forward, I think it would be a very nice opportunity if you all join in celebrating and wishing SL a very happy birthday. So SL Narayanan, a very happy birthday from the Indian chess community. And also, to see his style of play, let us see one of his best games played. And this happened in the World Junior 2018 Championship in Turkey, that is the World Under 20 Championship. So you can see SL has some kind of a vibe or a thing going on with the World Junior event, and this was his last year, mind you. And he is playing French star Philippe Guillem, and it this game just shows his style. And let's jump right into the chess and see how SL annihilates his French opponent in finesse and style. So d4 f5. This is the Dutch opening. Bishop g5, an interesting sideline against the Dutch. G5, attacking the bishop. And remember, if you come back after f4, this bishop is trapped. But it is a well-known trap. So SL plays e3, The point being, if you take this, this is a maiden one. Oops, not that one. Just a second. Yeah, there we go. So that's the mate. So after e3, knight f6 followed, and we quickly jump into a position where SL has already opened this h file for his rook, and oops, and it looks like he has a great initiative from the start. He continues that castles on the king's side, and the point we have to study is how he forces this king to be in the center throughout the game. Pawn to f3, the idea is to go to e4, get the bishops out, get the knights out. Pretty standard play. Do learn from these things. Pawn to e4. Remember, black is threatening to castle here, so we have to be quick if we want to grab the initiative and stop him from doing that. Pawn to e4 threatening, pawn to e5, pawn to d5, pawn to f takes on f5. It's too many things going on. And here Guillem kind of missed the bus by playing f4. Bishop f2 comes in again. If you castle, I have d5, and I'll just show it to you. So maybe castles d5, and now if you move, okay, you can of course take. Point is, if you move the knight, I take on a7. But you'll say, oh, the bishop is trapped. But is it? This is a very known trap. And after bishop a6, it's a checkmate with the two bishops controlling all the squares. So bishop f2, a6 was played to avoid this. SL continued with king to b1, still noting that you see all of white's pieces are looking here. Even this knight can come in. This queen is ready to hop in on the left side of the board. That is the queen side. So Guillem decides to strike in the center, but it's a mistake. As you can see, the bar slowly trickling up. And here in this moment, SL strikes. Can you find it doesn't have to be a sacrifice every time, guys. You just have to find the initiative move, like the one that gives your opponent the most problems. And he did it with knight to d5, attacking the queen, attacking the knight, attacking c7. So you have to take takes. Now again, you can't take here because I just take everything, and rook e1, pin and win. Good old trick. So e d5, knight to d8, and now you just have to blast open. You have to open up the center lines, getting the bishops out. And again, you see this king is still stuck in the center, and even if it goes there, it's unsafe. And otherwise, you see these lines are going to be pretty difficult to deal with. And queen a5, nice move. As I said, again, all the pieces were looking at this side. Pawn to b6, queen comes back, and now the king moves. And just look at the state of these pieces. I mean, all of them are just in their ranks, and they haven't even crossed the frontier line, that is the mid line. SL continues with his attack, and a nice little finish here. You see, even though bishop is here, it's very active. And now these white squares are going to be the deciding factor in the game, as we'll see. So knight check comes in, takes, attacking the knight. Knight moves, queen to d5, attacking the rook. Rook to b8, and now bishop c4. I'm threatening to give check and maybe take. I'm threatening this. I'm just protecting this pawn as well. Rook to e8, and now comes the finishing moments of the game, guys. Rook to h5. Remember, you see how SL is using all his pieces here. So all his pieces are active. In fact, even this pawn is quite active. But look at these pieces in turn. I really don't like almost all of black's pieces are on the defensive. Rook e7, bishop to d4, nice trade, and rook g5. Now this is threatened, and Guillem just tried a last resort, but after check, rook to c8, and one last killer move, guys, and that was queen to c6. Sums up the game beautifully, because now I'm threatening a checkmate here, and you can see almost it's a forced mate in 22, but Guillem had enough, and he hung in. He surrendered, and he gave in, giving SL a very nice win. And this was our birthday of the day. Know Your GM series with Grandmaster SL Narayanan. And once again, we wish him a very happy birthday and best of luck for his future chess career.